You guys gotta see what she just did.
It's Christmas. It's Christmas right here. And then we got Christmas right here. And then we got Christmas right here. And then we got Christmas right here. And right here. And right here. And then we got Christmas right here. And right here.
Most of the world is not on their side when it comes to key issues. More importantly,
This, honest to God, this makes me feel like we're in a Star Wars. We're in a Star Wars universe right now. We're in a galaxy far, far away, and I want you to think that you're a part of the good guys, like you're a part of the rebellion, and you think you're in the Millennium Falcon, and you close your eyes and you look around and you realize you're in a TIE fighter. Even though this may be interested in you, the BRICS Summit Summary. There is no news coverage on this, and this is one of the craziest things. What is I don't know what the B is for, but it's Russia, India, China, and the other surrounding areas.
last month, the BRICS countries held their annual
Brazil.
summit in Kazan,
That's
Russia,
what it is.
where they announced a new payment system and development funding with
This is super
non-USD
important.
currencies. They also invited 13 countries to join the club. Now, if you didn't hear about all this, it's not just you. It seems that the media wasn't keen to report on the growing ties between the so-called Global South countries and the challenge they could pose to the US-led world order. That's why today we're going to summarize what happened at the recent BRICS summit and tell you exactly what it could mean for the US dollar and for the future of the world. This is a video you don't want to miss. Let's begin with a quick recap. The BRICS is a club of countries including Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. On the
South Africa. Okay, so I forgot about Brazil and South Africa.
1st of January 2024, Ethiopia, Iran, Egypt, and the United Arab Emirates officially joined the BRICS after they were invited to join last year. We'll come back to the new BRICS members a little later on, though. Now, contrary to popular belief, the BRICS is technically not an organization. It has no official structure, no official headquarters, and doesn't even have an official website. If you've been keeping up with our coverage of the BRICS, you'll know BRICS may become an actual organization, though, once it gets bigger. You'll also know that the BRICS countries established the New Development Bank, which is analogous to the International Monetary Fund, or IMF. For context, the IMF gives loans to developing countries which often come with strings attached. The New Development Bank basically does the same, but with better conditions on its loans. The New Development Bank, also known as the BRICS Bank, is one of many initiatives that the BRICS countries have put together since the bloc was made official in 2009. Naturally, these initiatives have been announced at the BRICS annual summits, which have been growing in attendance in recent years. This year's BRICS summit was the first to feature the 4 new members and reportedly included top officials from an additional 32 countries, including the OG BRICS countries, of course. When you combine the populations of these countries together, nearly half the world's population was represented. To put things into perspective, the G7 countries only account for around 10% of the world's population. This is telling as it underscores the fact that most of the world is not on board with the political and geopolitical attitudes of Western countries. This is presumably why the Western media was largely silent about this year's BRICS summit. Most of the world is not on their side when it comes to key issues. More importantly,
This, honest to God, this makes me feel like we're in a Star Wars. We're in a Star Wars universe right now. We're in a galaxy far, far away, and I want you to think that you're a part of the good guys, like you're a part of the rebellion, and you think you're in the Millennium Falcon, and you close your eyes and you look around and you realize you're in a TIE fighter. It seems like NATO and the Western countries have gone down this really weird, corrupt, with world globalization thing, and it seems like they're trying to monogamize culture and make it one weird thing instead of allowing culture to be diverse and as beautiful as it is. And it seems like BRICS is saying, yo, we love our little cultural pockets, our large cultural pockets, and our cultural eco centers. We want to stay, we want to stay apart but work together when it seems like the empire is just dawning down to bom, 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 bom. You know, it seems kind of terrifying.
The number
And this is coming from a dude who lives in the States. Like, I feel like the past 4 years, the United States has lost its hero status almost.
of countries that disagree with the US-led world order is growing. Nearly 50 countries are looking to formally join the BRICS, according to Wikipedia. This is due to a combination of factors, the most pressing of which is the increasing weaponization of the US dollar-based financial system. Of course, the watershed moment was Russia's assets being seized after its invasion of Ukraine in 2022. But in retrospect, this was just one of many instances where the US dollar financial system was weaponized against enemies of the US. Naturally, this has incentivized the creation of an alternative financial system. Key words there, alternative financial system. If you watched our recent video about the BRICS currency, you'll know that the BRICS are not looking to create a currency that will compete with the US dollar. Rather, they're looking to create a financial system that competes with the likes of SWIFT. To that end, the BRICS have been working on multiple pilots, such as mBridge, which is based on Ethereum's technology and uses wholesale CBDCs. At this year's BRICS summit, they revealed BRICS Pay, which can be simply understood as a direct competitor to SWIFT. No CBDCs.
Interesting.
And it's just one of many major announcements that were made by the BRICS countries. And by the way, if you're enjoying the video so far, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next one. Hey everyone, sorry to interrupt the video, but I just want to very quickly tell you about the Coin Bureau deals page. This is the place where BRICS Pay has apparently been in development since 2018, but wasn't publicly launched until last month's summit. The official BRICS Pay website almost reads like a crypto white paper, probably because it's based on crypto-esque tech developed by a Russian university. Quote, "The Bretton Woods-era global financial system is undergoing a significant transformation. We are witnessing rising global debt, increasing wealth inequality, and the fragmentation of trade and finance systems. Our goal is to ensure equal access to financial technologies and global wealth, providing everyone with the opportunity to reach their full potential. Today, we begin building a new, fair, and decentralized financial system for the future." Per the BRICS Pay website, this financial system includes the BRICS Pay QR code app for retail users, the BRICS Pay B2B solution for institutional users, a digital currency that will be used within the BRICS Pay ecosystem, a traveler rewards program, and a system for the cross-border settlement of securities. Only BRICS Pay QR and BRICS Pay B2B seem to have launched, though, with the other three products still in development. And you can actually find a demo of BRICS Pay QR on the BRICS Pay YouTube. It's possible to download on Android and iOS devices without the app stores, and will soon be available via Telegram. Under the hood, BRICS Pay uses a decentralized network of nodes operated by a consortium of financial institutions, including banks. What's interesting is that its list of members is kept private. And this makes us wonder if it's possible that institutions outside of the BRICS are also participating in this network.
Okay, Bobby.
This would explain why the IMF reportedly began asking questions about BRICS Pay shortly after it was announced. I'll quickly note that French banks have been working closely with Chinese banks to the point that it started to raise questions in the US, and it looks like UK banks have been involved too. Anyways, back to the architecture. Now, according to the BRICS Pay website, the network of nodes operated by the consortium can be configured to create both domestic and international payment systems called subgraphs. Wikipedia notes that BRICS Pay can process up to 20,000 transactions per second with zero fees. On that note, the Wikipedia article about BRICS Pay suggests that it's currently limited to domestic transactions. This is further suggested by the fact that BRICS Pay QR currently leverages Russia's payment system only, something seemingly confirmed by Russian President Vladimir Putin in a press conference. Speaking of which, it was fascinating that the first question Putin got at his BRICS summit press conference was about BRICS Pay. In his answers, Putin revealed that the new development bank was helping with the global rollout of BRICS Pay, something we predicted would happen in earlier videos. So, this begs the question of when BRICS Pay will be rolled out on a global scale. The answer can be found in the 2024 BRICS Business Council report on the BRICS Pay website. It looks like the goal is to have BRICS Pay available to all BRICS members by the end of next year, when
Wow.
Brazil will hold the BRICS chair. As a fun fact, Brazil has been one of the most vocal supporters of creating an alternative financial system for the BRICS. This would help explain why crypto adoption is so high in the country. However, the Business Council report notes that it was India which put together the BRICS Pay Task Force in 2021.
Of course! India just does it all. They're the ones who start it all. Of course they are.
In
Of
turn,
course.
the Kazan Declaration, which was adopted by all BRICS countries
Nice.
at the summit, includes a provision for
Nice.
BRICS countries to work together on making BRICS Pay international with the help of the BRICS Pay Task Force. Taken together, this suggests a full BRICS Pay rollout in the next couple of years.
Wow.
But back to the new development bank. Now, the only thing
So
more
invest in
fascinating
India's
than
stock
Putin's
market
comments
even
about
more
BRICS Pay
so.
was the speech given by BRICS Bank President Dilma Rousseff. That's because the first thing she talked about was the high interest rates in the United States and the Federal Reserve's recent rate cuts. For reference, most of the world's debt is denominated in US dollars. When interest rates in the US rise, these dollar debts become more expensive. This is hard for individuals and institutions in the US, but is even harder for individuals and institutions overseas because their countries can't print US dollars. In practical terms, this means that local currencies often need to be sold for US dollars to pay the higher interest rates on dollar-denominated loans. Obviously, this selling causes the value of those currencies to drop.
For
This
sure.
creates very high inflation that hurts the economy, making it even harder to pay US dollar debts. If you've been keeping up with our coverage of the Federal Reserve, you'll know.
So to simplify that, if you take like another currency and you bring it down to a dollar, you're losing value already in that dollar, and then now you're using that dollar to pay off a loan that has an interest rate on it. So not only are you not hitting the principal of your loan, what you actually owe, but you're also getting smacked with the net interest. So you're losing value on when you transition your currency to the dollar, and then when you pay back whatever you're supposed to be paying back, whatever the loan was for, you're losing value now on that dollar.
We've speculated on the
It's
possibility that it was raising interest rates aggressively to put pressure on global south countries to ally with the US. Consider that there were a record number of IMF bailouts in late 2022 due to rising interest rates. I'll quickly remind you that all those bailouts came with strings attached. Regardless, we seem to be onto something because Dilma essentially alleged the same thing in her speech. The Fed is not raising rates to fight inflation, it's raising rates to crush America's enemies. She also highlighted additional pressures coming from things like Europe's weakness and the conflict in the Middle East. Dilma then revealed something crazy, and that's that the new development bank was facing serious financing issues before she took the helm in 2023. Since that time, Dilma has managed to raise over $12 billion for the BRICS Bank, most of which seems to have come from China and the Middle East. Logically, these funds will be spent on development in developing countries, and Dilma expects 10 of this $12 billion to be spent over the next year alone. Notably, the BRICS Bank is looking to give more development loans in non-USD currencies so that they're easier for borrowers to pay back. As such, the BRICS Bank is aiming for at least 30% of its loans to be issued in non-USD currencies in the future, and Dilma revealed that it's already close to hitting that target. Newsflash, but giving developing countries loans in their own currencies will make them more willing to play ball with the BRICS. This arguably makes the new development bank the most important part of the BRICS strategy.
This is
even
so
more
fascinating.
So than BRICS Pay or a potential BRICS currency. If you need evidence of that, look no further than the fact that Dilma was the first person who Putin met with in Kazan on the first day. Not Xi, not Modi, Dilma. Although their meeting was private, the BRICS Bank gave a summary of its contents on X. Quote, Their discussions focused on local currency financing, the challenges of indebtedness faced by
Thank you,
developing
Logie. I'll be right
countries,
back.
and the need to expand BRICS to foster a more interconnected and financially stable global south. Translation: their conversation focused on getting away from the US dollar in every possible way. This was reiterated in the summary of the meeting published by the Russian government, where Dilma told Putin, quote, "As you have noted, we have indeed implemented
I'm
and
gonna record
allocated
something
a
for you guys, and you
substantial
guys are
amount
gonna
of
love me
funds
for it.
towards a variety of projects. However, this remains insufficient relative to the needs of the Global South. Therefore, it's crucial to provide funding in national currencies and in specialized formats." Lo and behold, the Kazan Declaration contains a provision about the new development bank which specifies that it will focus more on local currency financing with the help of BRICS countries. It will also add more members to the BRICS Bank, which currently consists of 10 BRICS-affiliated countries. And this ties into all the countries that are getting involved with the BRICS. Now, the first one we need to mention is India, which might sound odd given that India is already part of the BRICS, the crucial I in the acronym. For those unaware, India has had some issues with other BRICS countries, mainly China, with whom India has had a long-running border dispute. Well, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi met with Chinese President Xi Jinping for the first time in 5 years at the BRICS summit in Kazan, and they managed to reach an agreement about that border dispute. Modi even met with Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian about expanding trade between India
looks so
and
good.
Iran. Now, this is extremely significant because India
saw the
has
door.
long been perceived
inside.
as being somewhat neutral
you showed it
in
to
the
me earlier.
geopolitical.
All right, let me show. You guys got to see what she just did.
It's Christmas.
Wait, shit, wrong one. Okay, we got the volume up.
It's Christmas right here. And then we got Christmas right here. And then we got Christmas right here. And then we got Christmas right here. And right here. And right here. And then we got Christmas right here. And right here. Don't look at you.
Oh, yeah, Christmas is here. Now I just need to do more Christmas theme around this now.
I'm gonna get you Santa.
A Santa, maybe a little tree.
Yeah, you could do with a little tree.
I can do a little tree in here. You're decorating too?
Who?
Okay, fine. You talked me into it. Is this a mini vlog? No, that was just 20 seconds around the apartment.
I think we should get a tree for our room.
I think we should get a tree for in here.
Yeah, and our room too.
Our room?
Yeah.
We barely could walk in our room because our bed takes up the whole.
No little baby tree.
That we could put it on the back of the bed.
Yeah, or like on the side table.
Okay, that's fine.
You want an actual big tree in here?
I could take. We could move the bean bed.
No. Where are we gonna put the bean bed?
I don't know.
We can get you a little mini tree on top of the refrigerator.
Yo, what's up?
Okay.
Okay, I could take it for. I'll take a Christmas tree for the mini fridge.
Or we can get you a really skinny tree for that one. You can get a skinny tree.
What
for
am I
that.
gonna get? A coconut tree and then wrap fucking lights around it?
No, like Charlie Brown.
No, I'll take the one on top of the mini fridge. I think I'll take that one instead.
What colors do you want?
Get a
to
Grinch
ornament?
tree and hang it from the ceiling.
No, we're not putting nothing on this one.
She said no. She said no fun allowed. I was like, yo, that's not a bad idea. I fuck with that.
We can't put nothing on this one.
What's up?